Hi everybody, it's Hunter
And Joe
from Two Old Men at Heart. We finished our second day on the our current cruise,
Yes.
and this was a sea day. So this was our first full day on board, and we're gonna give you a little debrief of our day.
Yes.
So woke up this morning.
Yes. Well, I set my alarm for 6 o'clock this morning so I could get up and go downstairs to the gym since that's a floor lower than our room. Ran this morning, grabbed some tea, and then you were up.
Yes, I was up around 7 o'clock or so this morning, and we went walking. Then you had already run 3 miles.
Yes.
And then we went walking for 2 more miles.
Yes. All before 8 o'clock. I had 5 miles in. So
we were very active this morning.
Yes, we were.
And then, well, I will say that I didn't sleep that well last night. And typically on Holland America Line don't really have too much of a problem. However, this was a problem the last time
we
were on
and the Eurodam.
And that is that the air conditioning is not particularly strong in the staterooms. And when I'm sleeping, I like it to be cold. And I was not cold. And it's still not that cool in here. It cooled down a little bit this morning, and then this afternoon the sun was coming in. We did keep the big sun-blocking drapes closed throughout the day today, and that did help.
It helped.
But it's now, here we are, it's 9:18 p.m., and it's warm in here.
Yes,
I'm warm. And so actually we might call our room steward. They will bring you a box fan, just a plain old box fan. You know, it's about this thick and this big and this big. We'll probably set it right on the vanity where the camera is right now, and point it over here toward the bed. Just so there's
some airflow.
Yeah, something more. But yeah, I didn't sleep so well last night. Anyway, continuing on with our day, after you ran and we walked, we came and got showered, and then we went to breakfast. And we had breakfast very much made to order for us.
Yes, I had my Nutella crepes.
You've been waiting.
Yes, that is my go-to breakfast on a cruise.
Yeah.
And I have that make that for me pretty much every morning, and that's what I had. Some cantaloupe, and that was my breakfast.
And I had waffles. And then what did we do after breakfast? We were busy for a good chunk of the morning.
Yes.
We kept going. There was stuff, of course, Holland always, especially on sea days, there's stuff planned all day long.
Yes.
And you can pick and choose what you want to go to. Some things are happening all at the same time.
Well, we went to their not EXC talk, their Caribbean talk about the little pirates.
We first went to, you played the casino a little bit, and we first went to the cooking demonstration, the first cooking demonstration, and they cooked a fish dish.
Yes.
And so we went to the cooking demonstration, and then we went to the talk about pirates in the Caribbean. Not Pirates of the Caribbean.
No.
But Pirates in the Caribbean.
Yes.
And so
yes, it was a whole talk. They did pirates. They did a segment on offshore banking in Grand Cayman and several other islands, and treasure hunters pulling up treasure from sunken ships. So.
Yes, current day treasure.
Yes, current day treasure hunters.
Not like pirates of old. So that was pretty neat. And I always enjoy those. We always enjoy those talks. We like learning about things. Holland America Line is well known for being education forward. They taught us how to make an entire meal. They taught us about the pirates and the offshore banking and the treasure hunters, modern day treasure hunters. So very education forward, and it's a lot of fun actually.
Yes.
What did we do after that though? I think
we had lunch in there.
We went up for lunch. We got lunch from the pizzeria on board that has pretty lengthy hours. Let's see. I'm sure it's right on the back here. Maybe not. Cafes and bars?
No, it's on there somewhere. But yes, it's open most of the day. And we did go to New York Pizzeria.
Yes, 11:30 a.m. to 11:30 p.m. So they're open late night, not 24 hours, but late night, 12 hours, and you can get pizza, and it's really good, and it's usually made to order.
Yes.
And I had the Bronx, and that had all of the meats on it. It was sort of like a meat lovers. It had pepperoni and capicola and sweet Italian sausage and one other meat, I think. And it was really, really good.
Yes.
I really particularly liked the sweet Italian sausage on that today. And what did you get? You got Grand Central? Central Park.
Central Park. And
which was basically a margarita pizza.
Basically a margarita pizza, yes. Yeah.
Fresh mozzarella, tomatoes, basil.
Yes.
Mm-hmm. And it was good. That was our lunch. What did we do after lunch?
We are a little out of order. We did lunch before those other things, the treasure hunt Caribbean talk, and but we went to go do the high tea at sea there, Royal Dutch tea in the afternoon.
Yes.
And then we came back and kind of enjoyed a little bit of a break in our day and spent some time in the stateroom, watched a movie, and
we did watch a movie. I do not recommend watching Life of Pi on a cruise ship. If you don't know why, check it out. Google Life of Pi and find out what it's about. Great movie. Very good movie. I really liked it. Don't watch it on a cruise ship.
No? And then
Then it was time. Today is Super Bowl Sunday. So then it was time for the Super Bowl. Now, we're not watching the Super Bowl. It's currently halftime as we're recording this. Halftime may have ended.
No, halftime's over. But yes, we're into the third quarter now.
And they are showing it on the ship. We went down to check it out. It was quite full. They put it in the world stage. That's the big theater area, and that's 3 decks worth of seating. And
it was pretty well full.
It was pretty full. It was catered. They had some special food items, free food items in there. Popcorn was one of them, and then they told us during the cooking demonstration they were having chicken tenders with I think it was a honey mustard sauce and a bunch of other things.
Yes, spring rolls. Spring rolls, and not really Super Bowl food.
No, I expected nachos. They did say nachos.
They did say nachos.
Oh, that's pretty Super Bowl.
Yes.
But yeah, the spring rolls were kind of strange.
Yes. Some of the food choices.
I expected wings. They didn't do wings.
No.
You got the chicken tenders, I guess. So they did have food for that, and then it was streaming on one of the channels in the stateroom too. So you were able to watch it from your stateroom if you wanted. Let's see, what else did we do today? That was pretty.
That was it. Went to dinner
in the main dining room tonight. That was good. I had spaghetti and meatballs, and you had what did you have?
Parmesan crusted chicken breast,
and it was good. We got some drinks. We've had several drinks today. So when you have the Have It All package, this is our first time having the Have It All package. You get up to 15 drinks a day, as long as they're $11 or less. If it's more than $11, you just pay the difference. It used to be, not all that long ago, that if it was more than $11, you had to pay whatever the price was of the drink. And they've fairly recently made that change that you only have to pay the difference. So like you got a drink.
It was $11.25. It was
$11.25.
I paid the 25-cent difference. So yeah, that was. We've made some decent use out of that.
I had 2 mimosas this morning, and we got waters. You can get waters. You don't get a bottle of water. It's actually in a 12-ounce can, like a can of soda. It's canned water, and you can get that. And so I do highly recommend, if you are going on an excursion, to go ahead and check out to get a can of water, especially if you have the Have It All package. I don't remember off the top of my head how much it would cost you if you just bought a can of water, which of course you can do as well from any of the bars.
Probably about $3.50, something like that.
But yes, it's definitely, if you have the Have It All package, make sure you make use of that. Few people can get to 15 drinks in a day.
Yes, that's quite a bit.
So you can get soda, you can get water, you can get specialty coffees. with your Have It All package. It does not include the mini bar in your stateroom. It does not include milkshakes
from the dive-in.
I was really disappointed when I found that out. And I feel like there's one other thing it doesn't include. Bottles of wine.
Right. None of those are going to be under $11 anyway.
Right. So yeah, I think we had a pretty good day. It was nice. It was nice to have a day a little bit to relax, a day at sea to relax, and then we have another day at sea tomorrow, and then finally we have our first port day the day after tomorrow, and that will be in Phillipsburg, St. Martin.
Yes.
And we have an excursion planned for that day that we're excited about too. But something that's happening tonight that I just remembered, we have to move our clocks an hour forward because we're going that far
east into Atlantic time.
Into Atlantic time. We have to move our clocks an hour forward tonight. And then eventually we'll move our clocks an hour back.
As we're headed.
So we'll gain another hour as we're heading back to the mainland. So that was our day today.
Yes.
Yeah. So thank you so much for watching, and I hope you have a great evening, and be sure to like and subscribe and hit the bell notification and all that good stuff. And we'll see you in the next video.